Your fears are magnificent forces that can give you the energy, give you drive, give you this magnificent life that you have ever wanted. Your fears are here to help you. Your fears are here to give you the life of your dreams. Hi there, Andre here, but this is not about me. This video is not about me. This video is about you and your fears. Have you ever experienced a fear in your life when you wanted to achieve something and this fear came into your way? And it was such a big fear, it was crippling you and you achieving what you actually wanted. And because I am self-centered, I will tell you a story from my life, okay? Some time ago I had a problem with public speaking. And so, I decided to confront that fear. So I went to this club and I delivered a speech, very short speech, like a 2-minute speech. I went in front of the people, then I sat down and I was shaking in my chair after that. And you know what? I remember zero from what was happening during quote-unquote speech. But what is also interesting, a few years later, I am also delivering a speech in a not that different stage. And I'm speaking more than 2 minutes, and then I sit down and I'm also shaking in my chair, but the feeling is very different. It's not this crippling fear, and I don't remember anything from my performance. I remembered quite a lot actually, but I was quite excited because I just won the Eastern European public speaking competition. That was one of the most exciting days that I have ever experienced. So have I experienced fear? Yes, of course. In the first situation, in the second situation as well, but in the second situation, it was much more focused. I was like excited about what was I doing. And it came out pretty well, I would say. But I was also backtracking what was I doing in such situations, when I was facing my fears. And I came up with this 5-step process, what you can do as well. It's very simple. 5-step process how you can address your fear of failure. Okay, I will tell you. But before I do, I want to tell you one thing that you definitely shouldn't do. You shouldn't put too much on yourself. You shouldn't put too much on yourself. But what does it actually mean? In the first situation, fear of public speaking for me was quite high. Speaking just in front of 20 people was like fear 10 out of 10. That's immense fear. That's why I didn't remember anything from what was I doing in front of other people. So don't do that. Don't go to such intense situations. Because what happened in the first situation, after that I gave the 2-minute speech. I didn't practice for 1 year. And why? Because I sustained this injury in my mind. I was so traumatized by speaking in front of people that I didn't do it for 1 more year. And that's why you shouldn't do it. It's the same as going to a gym. You cannot just lift the heaviest weight there is. If you are new to a gym, you grew the weight that you are lifting week by week, month by month. And after some time you can lift the heaviest weight, but you don't do that the first time that you enter the gym. Okay, got it? If yes, I will tell you the first thing that you need to do, because this is a 5-step process, but the first thing that you need to do to tackle the fear of failure. And this is a 5-step process, but if you will not remember any of those steps, if you will not do any of those steps, this one is the most important one. If you get this one right, you will still succeed. And this one step is motivation. What is your result? What is your outcome? Why do you want to actually tackle those fears that you have? Be very specific and make it emotional. Feel those emotions, feel these good feelings and know exactly what you are after. It is not because you want to be a better speaker. Most probably or possibly it is because you want to just communicate with your friends better. You want to have better friends. You want to have better connection with them. Imagine that, feel that. It's not because you want to have a lot of money, but it's because you want to have the lifestyle that money will give you. When at every moment you can decide what you want to be doing, at every second, you will be living to your fullest. So really define what you are after when you will be tackling this fear of failure. Do you want to approach women better? Do you want to have more friends? Do you want to have more money? Really define what you are after. Keep your eyes on the prize. Imagine it and focus on it every day. And one thing, how you can recognize that you are doing it right, you will feel these tremendous good feelings in your body. Oh my God, I'm so excited to go there. So do you have your passions right? Here is the second step. Break it down into some smaller goals. As I said already, if you want to tackle the fear of public speaking, and fear of public speaking right now is like 10 out of 10 for just speaking to 20 people, don't do that. You will sustain injury. Instead of that, ask yourself what would be fear 3 or 4 out of 10 for me. And look for that situation, what that could be. And for somebody, it could be just imagine you speaking to 20 people. Some people are afraid just imagining what would it be like to speak to 20 people. So start there, it's okay. And when you want to eventually approach women in any situation, wherever you are, and right now, again, it's fear 10 out of 10, like what would be the fear 3 out of 10, 3 or 4 out of 10? It could be like asking someone for direction for the coffee shop. There could be some little fear, but find this one thing that is very similar to what you are after, but practice it. Do it over and over, and you will get desensitized to this fear of failure. So again, whatever you are doing and you feel this fear of failure in that situation, don't experience the full fear, but break it down. What could be the littlest step? What could be the fear 3 out of 10? And go there and do that every day. Now, when you have all the planning done, it's time to trick your brain. Well, yes, you can trick your brain, and you can trick it by the language that you use. The emotions that you are experiencing every day come from the words that you are telling to yourself that you long time ago forgot that you are actually telling to yourself. I'll give you an example, okay? How do you feel about the phrase, "I often fail"? Feels bad, right? That doesn't feel that well, doesn't feel okay. Yeah, it feels quite depressing actually. Well, you can lighten the phrase a little bit by saying, "I sometimes feel fear of failure." It's still not okay, it's still not great, right? But it's much better than the previous phase. And how about we mix it up a lot? "I am challenged by this situation." Does it feel better? Well, much better than the previous one, right? We men like to be challenged. And how about "I am challenging this situation"? There is sense of control, there is sense of me making a choice, going voluntarily into that situation. And the cute thing about this is that you can say all those 4 sentences about the exact same situation, and you will feel differently about it. So again, all of us, we are talking to ourselves every day, and these self-talks get images. So for example, you can be talking to yourself like, "I've always had fear of heights." And there is this one image, for example, you are at this lookout tower and you are almost falling down. Everybody would feel fear from that, yeah, and that's probably why do you have fear of heights or of anything else. And here is the core thing, how you can trick your brain. And the core word, the key word is excitement. So what do I mean by that? If you imagine an anxious person, how does he look like? He is maybe shaking a little bit, right? He's very much focused, he's maybe sweating a lot, and he's breathing heavily. Yeah. If you imagine an excited person, he's shaking a little bit, right? He's focused, eyes wide open. They look exactly the same, right? Excited person and anxious person. But what is even more interesting is what is happening on the inside. The same hormones are triggered when experiencing anxiety, when experiencing excitement. So it is very simple, very easy to switch between those two states. What exactly will you do then? Tell yourself, I am excited to go to the balcony. I am excited to approach this group of people that I used to be terrified by. But I am excited because I always get the new perspective from other people, or I get connected to so many people, or I get to have new friends. In those situations, tell yourself, I am excited. Whenever you are experiencing fear, whatever that fear may be, tell yourself, I am excited to approach that situation. Fourth thing, it's not often the case that you are approaching some fearful situation for the first time. Usually, most often, you are going into some fearful situation that you already have faced before, and you have some experience from that situation. So in all those situations, remind yourself of your wins. Remind yourself that you have a win that competition. Remind yourself that you got this first coaching client. Remind yourself when you got your first job. So remind yourself of the wins in similar kind of situations. These memories will prime you to go to that winning state when you got something, when you actually succeeded, and you will more likely succeed again because of your positive emotions. 5, and that is a very important step, be your own cheerleader. Reward yourself. Whenever you do something good, something that moves you towards your passion, reward yourself. And from my experience, the best rewards are the easiest ones. Did you make that call? Cool. Pat yourself on the back. Did you approach that girl? Cool. Give yourself a high five or a fist bump. Have you delivered that 3-minute speech? Cool. Tell yourself, I am freaking amazing. Very important note, don't reward yourself for the result. Reward yourself for the action that you have been taking. You do not have 100% control over the result, but you do have 100% control of what you will be doing, and you want to reward that action. No matter what happened in that situation, give yourself a high five, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a fist bump and praise yourself. You got it? Those were the 5 magical steps to overcome your fear of failure. The first 2 are about planning. First, know your outcome, know your purpose. Why do you want to tackle this fear of failure that you are after? Second, break this passion, break this goal into smaller pieces and tackle them on a daily basis. The next 2 points are about the actions that you are about to take. So 3, trick your brain. I am excited about this. I love to do this. And 4, remind yourself of the wins that you have already done. Remind yourself of the wins that you have already accomplished. And after that, after each action that you have been taking, don't forget to reward yourself, no matter the outcome. Really, I wish I knew these 5 steps when I was younger, because I definitely knew how to handle those stressful situations much better. So try it yourself. These are really magical steps how you can overcome your fear of failure. So did you get any value from the video? Then hit the like button, subscribe button, tap on the bell, and you will hear more videos on how you can use your brain in a little better way and on masculinity. And before I sign out, imagine if you will never tackle your fear of failure, how will your life look like? Really imagine it. And then, after some time, when you are 90 years old, how will you be thinking about your life? How will you be feeling about your life? Will that be an exciting life worth living? But now imagine the second situation. Imagine if every day you will be tackling your fears and you will be going there and you will be getting excited about what you are accomplishing. How will you be feeling at the age of 90 about your life? In my eyes, fears are these magnificent forces, magnificent states that tell you where to look, that tell you what you can do a little bit more, a little bit better. In my eyes, fears are this guiding force that if you tackle it, you will feel alive, you will feel this drive, you will have this tremendous passion in your life to transform your fears, and I will see you in the next video.